Hello everybody, my name is Emeka Ejikeme. Welcome to this presentation. This presentation is about systematic review comparison for Locus innovation. In this presentation, we are given two articles, and these two articles will be evaluated using a certain threshold and a benchmark to determine which article out of the two articles given that will be used to solve the problem at hand. Now let's look at the problem statement. Now there is one thing to define a problem, and there is one thing to know the particular point of that problem. It is commonly said that when a problem is discovered, it is half solved. When a problem is discovered, the problem is half solved. So the problem statement in this particular scenario is drop in staff retention. Drop in staff retention. We are no more retaining our workers, our skilled workers, our important skillful workers, our productive workers. Our employees are leaving us. That is the problem at hand, and we must do something about it. Now let's look at the solution for the problem at hand. We have defined the problem, but we are here to provide solution to that problem using evidence-based management. Evidence-based management helps us to hire employees. Using evidence-based management, we can also train. Using evidence-based management, we can motivate our employees to be productive. And again, we can still use evidence-based management to retain our employees. Let's look at the difference between evidence-based management approach and the more traditional approach. Evidence-based management approach has been proved scientifically and has been adopted by practitioners in the field, while the traditional approach is just using the traditional ways of solving problems such as face-to-face, survey, verbal conversations such as interviews and group discussions to discover the problem at hand and then know the solution to apply to solve that problem. In every organization, employee well-being is very important. And that means if you take care of your people very well, they will take care of you. In every organization where the employees are being taken care of, they commit themselves to it. We understand the X and Y theory of McGregor, where the X theory says that people doesn't want to work unless they are forced to work. While the Y theory says that people wants to work and will continue to work if they are motivated and encouraged to work. So when you look at X and Y theory of McGregor, everything is based on employee well-being. But that depends how you are going to approach it. Are you forcing them to work or are you encouraging them to work? So let it be a point that employee well-being is very important, and that will be one of the things and one of the important points that we will be seeing in this presentation to make sure our retention level is kept intact so that we'll not be losing our valuable employees to competition. Now let's look at the two articles that is available for us for this review. The first article is focused on flexible working and performance. The second article is focusing on employee well-being and the HRM organizational performance relationship. These two articles will be compared with the required benchmark tool to select the best article to solve the problem at hand. Now let's look at Article 1, which focused on flexible working and performance. Flexible working environments and performance. This article presents human relations and workplace environment as the major factors to achieve employee commitment and retention. And that means in this article, the writers, the authors are actually presenting that preparing a flexible working environment that will make the employees comfortable when they come to work will actually improve their performance and then make them to stay in the company. Looking at Article 2, Article 2 actually presented that employee well-being and the HRM organizational performance relationship goes together. And that means if the employee well-being is taken care of, that their performance will be up. So you don't just take care of their working situation, you go further in caring after them and everything concerning them. This article presents employee satisfaction and workforce motivation as the major ways to improve organizational production and employee retention. That means take care of employee beyond their working environment and they will stick with you. Let's do an initial comparison for the two articles. For introduction, Article 1, good. Article 2, strong. Statement of the study's purpose, Article 1, weak. Article 2, good. Research question and hypothesis or positions. Article 1 scored good, while Article 2 scored strong. Theoretical or conceptual framework. Article 1 scored bad, while Article 2 scored good. Method. Article 1 scored weak, while Article 2 scored strong. Let's look at the benchmark tool that we'll be using to compare the two articles. The benchmark tool that we'll be using to compare the two articles is the popular TPUPAS. TPUPAS is an acronym that T stands for transparency. Is it open to external scrutiny? Can it be criticized by an external eye to bring out some faults in it? A stands for accuracy. Is it well grounded based upon relevant and appropriate information? Is it sound? Is it solid? Not just something. P stands for purposivity. Is it fit for the purpose? Is this the required article that is fit for the purpose? That means, is it solving the problem that is meant for? Utility. Is it fit for use? Can it be used? Can it be applied to the problem? P stands for propriety. Propriety means legal and ethical. That means, is it legal? The requirement or the recommendation that the article is giving, is it legal in this our environment? Something can be legal and ethical somewhere, but when it's moved to another environment, it becomes illegal. So this is the time to look at it, compare it, bring it home to know whether it is actually legal. A stands for accessibility. Is it accessible to everyone that needs it? Presently and in the future. For potential researchers, people who might need it, will it be accessible to them? S stands for specificity. Is it specific? Is it direct to the point? No ambiguity. Very clear, specific to the point. Let's do the article quality assessment with TPUPAS. Article 1, transparency is weak. And the evidence is in page 463, subtitle explaining the mixed findings. While Article 2, transparency is strong. Evidence is in page 494 to 394 to 395, subtitle level of analysis. Article 1, accuracy is weak. The evidence in page 456, table 2, measures of flexible work arrangements. While Article 2, accuracy is strong. The evidence in page 494, organizational performance. Purposity. Article 1 is strong. The evidence is in page 457, subtitle direct association with organizational performance. While Article 2, the purposivity is strong. The evidence is in page 395, study, research, and selection. Utility, Article 1, strong, page 455, general observations and literature. Article 2, strong, page 397, well-being measurement. Propriety, Article 1, weak, page 459, the direct association with individual performance. Article 2, strong, page 401, limitations. Accessibility, page 1, weak, 494, methodological issues. Article 2, accessibility, strong, page 404, conclusion. Specificity, Article 1, weak, page 465, towards a research agenda. Article 2, strong, page 400, organizational performance measurements. Let's compare the rigor, transparency, and relevancy of the two articles. The first article in rigor is weak. The evidence is in page 53 under the subtitle methodology. While for Article 2, rigor is strong. The evidence is in page 395, subtitle method. Transparency for Article 1 is weak. The evidence is in page 463, subtitle conceptual issues. And then for Article 2, the transparency is strong. Evident in page 392, subtitle competing theoretical perspectives. And then for relevance, Article 1 is weak. In page 465, subtitle towards a research agenda. And then for relevance, Article 2 is strong. Page 397, subtitle result. So when you look at the two articles compared to them, Article 2 strong, scored strong in rigor, transparency, and relevance. After comparing the two articles with the required tools, I came up with 3 points, which are my recommendations. And these 3 points are periodic training, open communication, building trust and accountability with a reward system. With these 3 points, if applied, which are extracts from Article 2, this company will retain its employee. In conclusion, using TEPUPAS and applying rigor, transparency, and relevancy, you will discover that Article 2 is more realistic in its approach because it has taken care of an essential part of human resource management, which is creating more flexible work environment for work-life balance. With this application, it is clear that the company will be able to retain its employees.